Use the referral link in the description to g2a.com for all of your Xbox codes, PlayStation codes and video games, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout to get yourself 3% cash back. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 1 of Season 2 here at Wimbledon in the Youth Road to Glory. We start with pre-season, obviously. We'll be pushing through. With my choices of a pre-season tournament, I had one that had Cambridge United in it. So obviously, as a Cambridge United fan, I had to select that particular tournament. As it happened, it was the one that had the most prize money available to win as well, that being £1.7 million. We have a transfer budget of £2.26 million. Obviously, we're not buying anyone, at this stage at least. Obviously, in the future, we might flirt with the idea of perhaps being able to buy players that are at other clubs, but only regens. So perhaps regens that have started at another club have grown, and you know, by the time we're perhaps top half of the Premier League, we might be buying 83, 84 rated regens, and we're not actually having to grow all of our own players from scratch. But we do still have 3 players in the youth academy: Ewan Young, Logan McLean, and Niklas Schwartz. But all 3 remain 15 years of age and unable to be called up to the first team. Thank you for all of your feedback, by the way. On the previous episode, you outlined perfectly for me what the different potential ratings or what the different potential phrases, grades mean with regards to potential ratings. A number of you confirming that showing great potential is kind of 80 to 84, an exciting prospect is 85 to 89, and then the potential to be special is 90 plus. Also, you confirmed for me that obviously a lot of players weren't showing anything. Well, it just said at the club since 2011. But you quite rightly pointed out, or I presume it's right, because considering so many of you said so, they don't actually get a potential rating until the player is 60 rated. So, obviously a number of players aren't 60 rated, so I'm not going to be... Contract expiring in 12 months, we'll have to address that. A number of players aren't 60 rated yet, so I won't have the ratings. But, for example, Cooper, an exciting prospect, potential of 85 to 89. Obviously they could outgrow that with training and continued good form, but as a default, it's 85 to 89. So we've got a great potential right back on our hands. And to be fair, Cooper has grown really well himself throughout the save. Now we have a number of defenders and a number of central midfielders and a number of right-sided midfielders. I'm looking for this season mainly centre-backs and strikers, and maybe a left-sided midfielder or two. We'll have to wait and see. I haven't as of yet sent my scouts out. With regards to Transfer Hub, I have a few people from the free agents list on my shortlist. As you can see here, we have Niklas Haglund, who's 19, 6'4", and I'll quickly show you his stats here. Looks like he could be a decent player with regards to potential future growth. We have Esteve Marin Ruiz, 5-star weak foot on him at 6'2". So he looks quite positive. He's low high work rates as well, which would very much suit a centre-back. And again, good strength, good physicals. I've got scouts out looking at them now, so hopefully we can get detailed statistics sooner rather than later. We have Nicola Sensi, who can play anywhere in defence. He's 6'5", and again, looks like he's got good physicals and decent technicals by the age of 19. A couple of central midfielders I'm looking at, but not necessarily going to dive in for, are Tom Main. As you can see, physicals look okay, technicals half decent. Again, we'll wait and see what happens with regards to the scout report. And Samuel de Jong, Canadian. Again, all 19 years old apart from Tom Main, who's 18. Again, looks like very solid physicals for a 19-year-old. And short passing looks good as well. We'll have to wait and see what all of those individual stats are. Now, you also told me to have a look for Andrea Pirlo's regen. I believe this might be him. This guy is the only Italian regen in MLS for me. So Luca Falco might be a Pirlo regen. We'll have to wait and see. I've requested his stats. And also Samuel Eto'o from the Turkish League is now retired. And this is the only Cameroonian regen from the Super League. So I'm waiting to see if this guy is potentially at 6'6", with what looks like good acceleration and sprint speed and ball control and dribbling. This might be Samuel Eto'o's regen. If it is, holy shit, have we got a good player on our hands at 6'6". Would be absolutely ridiculous. Unfortunately, only a 1-star weak foot, but you can't have everything, I suppose. David Villa hasn't yet retired, neither is Zlatan Ibrahimovic, so I haven't looked for their regens. If there are any other regens you want me to have a look at, then do tell me in the comment section, and I'll see if those original players have retired. And we'll see if those regens have been replaced. With regards to board objectives for this season, youth development-wise, want me to sign one player to the senior team in the season they were scouted and play them in either 5 matches. We'll easily be able to do that. Again, they want me to grow one youth player by at least 5 overall points and play them in 5 matches, which shouldn't be a problem. Brand exposure, again, similarly as it was last year, sell out 85% attendance in at least 50% of the home league games. We did 20 of 23 last year, and we only need 12, so we should be able to do that again. Financially, we want me to finish the season with £2.64 million unspent in the transfer budget. That, quite simply, isn't going to happen because I'm going to need to spend it all on higher quality youth scouts. They want me to finish mid-table again. We finished 19th last year, looking to improve, aiming for the playoffs this season, and hopefully promotion. We'll have to wait and see how it goes. No continental success, obviously, and again, round of 32 in the FA Cup. Now, with regards to the youth staff and the countries we're sending them to, you guys reckon that Germany, Spain, Portugal, and South America, i.e. Brazil and Argentina, are good places to look. Also, rather than send them out for a full 9 months, we're going to do 3 months short bursts of specific types of player. So this is currently my best scout, Ewan McDonald, 5-star experience, 4-star judgment. He's actually improved as we've gone from season to season, I believe. I'm going to set up a scouting network. I will send him to Germany, and we will send him for 3 months, and we'll ask for apparently physically strongest defenders. Attacker, obviously, hopefully we'll have some strikers in it. Technically gifted will be wingers and attacking midfielders. Obviously, winger will be winger. So I desperately need strikers more so than anything else right now. So I'm going to ask him to search for German strikers for 3 months, and we'll see what he can come up with. I'm tempted to actually, I am going to fire Anton because I'm hoping that I can raise the money to get a much better scout to come in. I currently can't quite afford Sam Alexander, but I'm hoping that by the end of the transfer window, I'll be able to sign a scout that is much better than Anton was. I'll send Alexander Eriksson away also. Let's send him to Portugal, and we'll ask for some technically gifted players. Because at the minute, I have some players that are decent physically, but technically they're awful. So if I can get some technically gifted players, then that might help us improve with my own natural playstyle, which is obviously more technical than just kind of powering through people. I like to pass the ball about, try and skill some people, take it past players, etc. So fingers crossed, by looking for players that should suit my playstyle specifically, we can drastically improve the outlook of the squad as things stand. So it looks like we do have a couple of defenders on the horizon with regards to either the free agents or the youth players we've already got. So I desperately want strikers. At the minute, I'm going to keep hold of Kwesi and Lyle Taylor. However, I do have McDonald on the transfer list, and all of the other in real life players we have left at our disposal on the transfer list, including Trotter, Kennedy, McDonald, Meads, Pigott, Sanev. Lyle Taylor offers are currently blocked, and I'll probably do the same for Kwesi Appiah as well. What I will need to do is have a quick look here. We'll do it right now. Have a look at the financial things and see who's got a year left on their contract. So Bejarano has got a year left. Kwesi, I'm not fussed about letting him leave on a free at the end, although actually I might need to sell him for the extra money. So I will delegate a new contract. He's currently on 2.7. I'll offer him up to 3.6 and hopefully he'll sign. He signed at 2.8. That's great. He's only got a £100 a week pay rise. Superb. And then Bejarano, delegate renewal. What's he on? £950. I don't want to spend too much. I shouldn't have to spend too much, really. And we'll max that out at 3. And he's signed a 3-year deal at £2,400, which is great. So, I think, actually, did Kwesi just sign a 1-year deal? Did Kwesi just sign a 1-year deal? So his contract actually hasn't extended. Can I delegate a renewal again? Okay, superb. Well, that's gone really well, hasn't it? Well, hopefully we can get some youth players in, youth strikers in, between now and January. I can look to sell Kwesi up here in January or renegotiate contracts again in January to then sell him on. But at present, the starting lineup looks pretty decent. We've got a number of mid-60 players now that should very much be able to compete in League One. And Hara is growing. Murray is starting at centre mid at present, although when he gets back from injury, Riley Campbell will go into the starting lineup again. We have Robinson can play at centre back. So I'm currently using him as my backup centre back. We've got Bejarano and Oshilaja, obviously again. Number of youth players coming up. Dimitrov, Cooper. I'm going to start Bell on the right hand side rather than right because he's taller, stronger and better in possession. And hopefully Dave Walker can improve on his physicals this year. We might be able to get him to being quite a fast winger. We'll have to wait and see. But we will push forward. We'll play Cambridge, as is the case, or as was the case with last season. We'll go month at a time per episode. So we'll do July today, August, when will you see this? Thursday, August Saturday, and then obviously September Sunday, so on and so forth. So drop the video a like if you're enjoying. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further content. Of course, do ensure that you let me know your feedback in the comment section with regards to everything that I've asked to this point. And let's push into the game against Cambridge. I lost to Cambridge with Southampton. Hopefully we can fare better with Wimbledon.
This is the starting lineup today.
Foy to Jabo Ibire. Michael Foy again. Ibire to Gary Deegan. Forward into Giovanni Brown. Does reach Bradley Halliday. It's always weird when I end up playing against Cambridge in any given career mode. And it's only really, this is actually only the second time it's happened. The game against Southampton earlier in the year was actually the first time I'd ever been matched against Cambridge in any series on FIFA ever, when I wasn't obviously actually physically using Cambridge. So I was quite excited when I saw the fact that Cambridge were involved in my pre-season tournament. This pre-season tournament is made up purely of teams from the lower divisions in England, whether that be League 1 or League 2. Lyle Taylor could have played in Bell there. Hara just held his run. Squeeze it through there to Kwesi, playing against his former team, of course. Dimitrov into Hara, quickly looking for Lyle Taylor. Go one way and spin back the other. There's Hara. Good footwork. Hara might drop for Kwesi. Keeper's only punched it. And Hara get up. He reacted first. Lyle Taylor spins well. Lyle Taylor over the bar. Come on, mate. Murray back to Dimitrov. Could go to Murray again. Actually, Lyle Taylor's there. And then round the corner looking for Murray. It's going to drop to Kwesi. Ruben Hara from distance. Well held by Iron. Looks quite small actually, their goalkeeper, doesn't he? Maybe if I try and put it into the corners, he won't be able to reach it. Nice ball looking for Kwesi, but should have played it to feet rather than a through ball. Intercepted nicely by Dimitrov. That's a beautiful ball across there to Bell as well. And around the corner, didn't quite work, but Kwesi did come short. Bell will look to accelerate away. If I could draw that defender there towards me, I can get it into Kwesi, who can have this shot. Oh, and be very, very unlucky in not giving us the lead. What a strike from Kwesi Appiah. Bell will get this back here to Dave Walker, who will spin on it. Find Murray, who will look to feed Bell in, but cleared away. Wow. Very, very sure that that was going to go in there when he left Kwesi's foot, but unfortunately, it wasn't to be. Hara could look for Kwesi. Unfortunately, I can't find Lyle. Left to my defence and shrugs off Dimitrov into Giovanni Brown. Oh, what a glorious ball across. Both strikers ignored it. Harrison Dunk threw himself at it and somehow managed to put it wide from 4 yards. Over the top looking for the run of Osadebe. Good save by Bennett. Keep that in maybe. It's been a very even game actually. Cambridge finished in the playoffs last year in League 2. I don't think they got promoted. I will check actually. Oh, Lyle Taylor's in. This should be 1-0 and is. Nice finish. Kind of scuffed it really, but we are going to go 1-0 up with 15 minutes to go. And winning this first game is very important. Sorry, Cambridge, but you can't catch Lyle Taylor when you give him that much space to run into. I think Cambridge didn't win the playoffs. Pretty sure they didn't win the playoffs, but we will double check, or we'll find out through the course of the season, whether they're in League 1 or not. I think they're still in League 2. Whatever league they're actually in, right now they're 1-0 down against me in pre-season, and that's the most important thing of the moment. So Debe into Uche. Strike. Of all people, centre-back Harry Darling from the edge of the box off the underside of the bar. Are you sure? I've never seen Harry Darling do that in his life. What a goal. Cambridge equalise. That is a strike and a half. Only just over the line, but far enough over for goal line technology not to be needed. Right, back to 1-1 then. We're only in front for 5 minutes. Amu tackled, but drops to Harry Darling. He gets tackled, but still comes away with the ball. Into Deegan, to Harry Darling again. Nice little back heel. Amu turns inside well. Lays it into Uche. Good block by Dimitrov. Can we catch him on the counter and score with the last attack of the game, perhaps? Well, Taylor, give this to Cody McDonald. Need runners all around me. Lyle is going. Lyle is gone. Lyle is in. Lyle turns inside and, with a woeful left-footed effort, sees us only get a 1-1 draw. Buzzing. Never mind. We'll take a point from the first group stage game. We did well enough. I didn't actually control possession that well against Cambridge there, but draws in 2 of the other 3 games played over the 2 groups. So actually Southampton beat Oldham. That's the other 2 teams in our groups. There has been a win in our group. I'll simulate the rest of the group stage games, and if we make it through I might play the semi-final. But I'm not going to start... No, I'll start training now. I might as well. I was going to say, I don't want to start training too early because there might be other players that come in, but I might as well train in the meantime. I'm going to go and sort my training out and then we'll push on. Youth player Ewan Young has now turned 16, so I can call him up. He's currently 54 rated, but has the potential to get into late 80s/early 90s. And I think this is a guy that I'm hoping can play centre-back as well, or at least has it down as on his profile as centre-back. Fingers crossed. I mean, I could probably just play him at centre-back anyway, and it won't really matter because of how good his stats are. Let's have a look, shall we? Just says right-back for him, but, I mean, his physical stats look decent already. And with 75 jumping, I'm pretty sure I'm going to use him at centre-back, to be completely honest. He's only 54 rated currently, but 6 foot with 75 jumping, that screams centre-back to me. So I'm going to use Young as a centre-back. And hopefully the other youngster we've got can come up sooner rather than later as well. Let's just quickly move these guys around. There we go. And then you can go there. Superb. Everyone has to be in position order. I've done that absolutely every single time with every single save. I do it on FM as well. Everyone in position order. Right. We'll simulate Southend. I will simulate the rest of the group stage. And hopefully we can get ourselves out and into the knockouts to try and win some extra money. We get a 3-1 win. I probably shouldn't have skipped that, but I did. And that should guarantee us progression through, actually, because Southend are the other team that won their first game. So we're on 4 points. Oldham on 3, who beat Cambridge. Cambridge on 1 now after their draw with me. We'll simulate training. I've got the goalkeeper training. I've got Hara still training his tackling. Bell his passing. And then Murray his ability on the ball. My 60 rated Cam. When Campbell is fit again, Riley Campbell, I'll start training him as well instead of Murray because he's already higher rated and a better prospect. So just have to wait and see what happens. I'm waiting for scout reports back on those free agents. I have to wait and see if we get anything before the end of the month. Hopefully we will. So it only takes about 18 days, I think, and I did it very early on in the month. I'll skip again. Red card for Cooper, but a 3-0 win. Good news. We appear to be a decent team this year, at least when I'm not in control of them anyway. Although, to be fair, if I defended a little bit better against Cambridge, we could have done a little bit better. Injury. Will Bell's got a dead leg, is out for 3 days. That's fine. Cooper's suspended. That's not a problem. £352,000 added to the transfer budget. Thank you very much. Now, do I simulate the semi and hope we win? Or, I can't yet. I can't yet. Wait and see what happens with the youth scouts first. Do I sim the semi or do I play the semi and then sim the final? Not sure. We got the scout reports that we were looking for now. Right, so scout reports back on everybody that was on my shortlist. Let's go and have a look at all of them and see what their stats look like, shall we? I'm hoping, I'm desperate actually, for that striker, 6'6" striker, to be pretty decent. Hagland, 62 rated, 6'4". Good physicals. Technicals can be grown. 6'4" at 19. Although he's 62 rated, we have 66 rated Esteve Marin Ruiz, who is better physically and better technically. So I'm almost certain I'm going to call him up and start him immediately. And Sensi is 6'5", and again, he can play anywhere in defence. And he looks pretty decent too. Right, I believe we have got 2 new centre-backs. 5-star weak foot as well. I'll delegate it. No, I'll do it myself. Why not? Hopefully we can bring him in. Those 2 centre-backs do look very good, actually. Both from the free agents list. Squad role, you'll be important. I mean, if he asks for crucial, I'll give it to him, but important's fine. Contract length as long as possible. Well, 4 years, isn't it? You want a 1-year contract? Why? How about 2? Okay, cool, deeps. Why would you only ask for a 1-year contract when you're 19? Recommended wage is 1,700, so I'll just offer him $2,000 and hopefully he'll accept it without any bonuses. 1,800 with bonuses, that's fine. I shall just accept that straight away. Welcome to the club, my man. Brand new centre-back, and then Sensi, 6'5", 83 jumping on him. Who needs 83 jumping when you're 6'5"? This guy's going to be an absolute monster, isn't he? We'll have 3 really good centre-backs with these 2 and Bejarano as well. You will most certainly be important to the side. Why do they only want 1 year? That's baffling. 2 years. If I offer 3, I'm pretty sure they'd just reject. But he's happy with 2. Don't want a... Yeah, that's fine. Quite happy not putting release clauses on my players. Salary, again, I'll offer straight up £2,000 a week. And they'll probably drop it a little and then ask for a little bit wage-wise. Bonus-wise, that's fine. It's not a problem. Done. 2 very good centre-backs in. Right, main. 60... Oh, sorry. I've just seen De Jong is 70 rated. Sorry, Tom. But Samuel looks like he is certainly coming in. 78 short passing. Hello, my man. Welcome to Wimbledon Football Club. 5'7". This guy's 5'5" at 61 rated. You are signing. Valued at 2.3 million. Ooh, Bejarano and Dimitrov are 2 of my better players. And we got them from the pre-contract, from the free agents list last year. So maybe these 2 will be our best players this year as well. I want to have a look at those 2 potential regens though. Wage-wise, I reckon I should offer him 4. I shall offer him... Go on then, I'll offer him 4, why not? Yeah. What's he want? 4,008. Sure, that's fine. 70 rated, he'll be my highest rated outfield player. Falco. I don't know whether he's going to be a regen or not. Or with those physicals, I can't really turn him down, can I? 6'6" at 16. I think I'm definitely going to sign Badimo. Let me know about Falco. Do I or do I not sign him? I mean, his physicals look decent already. I mean, there's no harm, is there? He's not going to want much wage-wise. Let me make sure I get Badimo in for... He's already signed for someone. Oh, because he's... Oh, sorry. My brain has just confused itself. Because he's a regen, I'd actually have to buy him. But he's not valued at much. And I'm not... Okay. I'm not allowed to do anything. Well, I'll keep my eye on these 2 then. We'll see how he grows. I'll remove these 2 from the shortlist. But these 2, especially Badimo, they're both 55 rated. I want to see how he grows. And in January, I'm almost certain I'm going to go and try and buy him. 6'6" with decent physicals already. We will auto-replace. Right, please win. And then I can play the final. I skipped the others and we won. I'm going to skip again. Oh, we lose on penalties. Ah, bollocks. Okay, well, we're not going to get a second game in today's episode. But not to worry. Prize money for extra 528 grand. Just well assigned 2 new centre-backs, isn't it? Note to self, that's why you don't simulate games, Ches. Or why you don't skip simulations. Right, well, Bejarano can go out. And Ruiz will go straight in. I'll actually, again, let me just put these guys in the right position in the squad. And then we can push forward. I'm really pleased with those new signings. Hopefully you guys are too. I think that they will actually be quite influential for us this year, actually. De Jong there, and there, and there. And then De Jong actually will put in there, and then we'll throw him straight into the starting lineup alongside Hara. The side already is taking some big strides towards being significantly better. Then I'm going to take Meads out, and we'll put Sensi on the bench. Yeah. De Jong, Marine Ruiz, Sensi. I'm really, really, really hoping that 16-year-old striker grows quite well. We'll have to wait and see. I'll train, of course, again. I don't need to train those other guys at the minute. The guys we just brought in, I don't really need to train. I can concentrate on the lower rated guys, and those mid 60 or 70 rated new regens we've brought in from the free agents pile should just grow of their own accord, especially if they're starting and playing regular football. We've just significantly improved the side in episode number 1 of the new season. A transfer for Callum Kennedy, 200 grand, I shall accept straight away. Hopefully we might get... Will we get a scout report back? Oh, you know what I haven't done? Tell you what I haven't done. I haven't done a scout future star, have I? Let's get that done and dusted. I almost forgot. Hopefully he will be a striker or a winger. Because I think with 2 new great centre-back signings, we don't really need to strengthen now. Actually, what I could do... Offer for Liam Trotter, that's good news. 350 is well below value. I'll start the offer at 450 and don't sell the player for any less than... Well, I'll start the offer at 550 and don't sell him for any less than 450. And we'll see what happens with that. What I can do now that I've brought those 2 centre-backs in is actually take Oshilaja out. Let's put Sensi in. It'd be a shame to see Oshilaja leave, but at the same time, that's the whole idea of the series. So I'm going to go and list Oshilaja on the transfer list. We could get a decent amount of money for him, considering he's 68 rated. Where are you? Oshilaja, what are you valued at? Scroll across the financial. Okay, I went too far. £875,000. What's our transfer budget look like now? 2.68 million. Free up a little bit wage-wise. 2.4-ish, 2.3-ish. Okay. What have we got? Youth Academy. Oh, Logan McLean is now 16 as well. So we got another centre-back. Yeah, Oshilaja is definitely going. So we've got another new centre-back. We've definitely strengthened in defence. Now I just need strikers and better wingers. Because, I mean, Bell's good and Walker's decent. But other than that, I've got pretty much nothing out wide. Wright is 62 rated, but I don't get on that well with him. And then I've just got loads of youngsters that are just mid-50s. But if I can get someone that is truly special, then we might be in for some more really positive signings. We'll just have to wait and see, won't we? Right, youth staff. There's no one there that I would consider signing even if I had less money than I do currently. So let's push further forward towards the end of the month. I'm not sure when I'll get my first reports back from the youth scouts that are currently setting up their camp, so to speak. An offer for Dimitrov. First offer we've ever had for one of my regens. Nearly £1 million for Dimitrov. Not a chance is he going. Interesting to see that it was Nottingham Forest that were interested in him. Cambridge did get promoted via the playoffs into League One. Go on, boys! Oh, I'm thrilled with that. Cambridge United in League One. Now do that in real life, you bastards. Right, I'm really pleased with that. Hopefully they can have a good season and stay up. Hopefully we can have a good season and get ourselves promoted as well. Oh, that's put a smile on my face. I may not have been able to beat him pre-season, but Kennedy's gone. That's good news. I may not have been able to beat them pre-season. Liam Trotter's sale, they've agreed to pay $470. Sure, fine. I've not exactly had any other offers in for him, have I? So I might as well accept it. 470 grand is a decent amount of money. Pushing forward towards the 1st of July, where we'll call it for today. And transfer offer for Zanev. Good. Goodbye. One of the worst goalkeepers that we've seen in any career mode to date. We'll advance 2 more days to the 1st of July. And then Liam Trotter sold. Good news. U Squad monthly report. My scout was returned as well. Daniel Lugano. Scout future star. Centre mid. 83 to 94 potential. Spaniard. Welcome! Okay, that's great news. So we have another decent youngster. Take you out of there, Morrison, and throw Lugano straight on the bench. What I might start to do is weed out some of these youngsters that I definitely don't want because they're too. But like, say I've got 5 left backs. I might just sell like 2 of the lower rated ones. Oh, I mean, I could just keep them and see what their potentials are when they reach 60. I guess until the squad is absolutely full, there's no point selling anyone, really, is there? Well, I'm pleased with Lugano. He looks like he could be very good. What's his 4-star skill moves as well? That's very good. Okay, we might have lucked out there as well. Now I just need strikers, so I can replace Kwesi and Lyle Taylor. Multiple strikers. I need probably 4 youth strikers, so I can then sell McDonald, Taylor and Appiah. But, and Pigott. Yeah, 4 strikers. But we are well on the way to having a vastly improved side already. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further content. Actually, it's not the 1st of July we were progressing forward. It was to the 1st of August, of course. So we'll be into the league season as of tomorrow. And it's that Carabao Cup. That's a home game. I could probably sim that. Didn't we play Grimsby in the Cup last year? Or was that with Southampton? I can't remember. Walsall away, Northampton away, Oldham at home. Okay, so tomorrow I'll play Walsall and Northampton. We'll sim Grimsby and Oldham, and we'll see what else happens with regards to potential new incomings. Oh, I'm quite excited now. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you next time.